Nearly 4 years ago, following a night out with friends, a 26-year-old Nashville man was shot and killed on Demonbreun Street. News 2's Kendall Eisman continues our all-day special reports, Nashville Unsolved.
Detective Nielsen says if license plate readers were in place at the time of the crime, Christopher Hill's case may have been solved.
April 17th, 2021. Christopher Hill was out with friends downtown Nashville on Demonbreun Street.
Christopher was not someone known to be out causing trouble, getting in trouble. He was just a young guy. He was well-liked.
Lead detective on the case, Robert Nielsen, says between 2 and 3 in the morning, Christopher and his friends were leaving the bars. When they walked past Vibes Bar and Lounge, this man approached them.
And they had some kind of exchange of words. We're not exactly sure the nature of it, but it became heated, turned into a full-blown argument, at which point the shooter in this incident had been standing by the front of a black Ford Raptor.
In this surveillance video, you can see the shooter approach Christopher and his friends before he fires a gun, killing Christopher and injuring his friend. Detective Nielsen says both men then got into this black Ford Raptor with 2 females and drove off towards the highway.
We're unable to get any more definitive descriptions of either the shooter himself or the 2 females that were with them, or a license tag on the Raptor.
He says a license plate reader could have solved this case and many other homicide cases. Currently, every county surrounding Nashville has LPRs.
And so the LPRs are extremely beneficial, especially when you have a case like this where we have very limited information to go by, very limited witness information. The video is not the best quality. And that's just one more tool.
But he says until someone is caught, this case is very much still open.
People think that a cold case means nobody's working on it, and that's not true.
Detective Nielsen says there are 7 detectives working multiple cold cases, some that date back to the 1930s. But he says what makes this homicide case unusual is that it occurred in a popular part of town for both locals and tourists.
I've worked that area for many years on and off through overtime assignments and calls for service back when I was in patrol. And I'm not aware of any other homicides that we've had that have occurred like this, at least in my recent memory.
If you have any information on Nathan's case, please call Nashville Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME. You can also reach out to Detective Nielsen directly. We'll have his contact information at WKRN.com.
And the reward for information from Crime Stoppers is now up to $5,000. You can remain anonymous.